Yo, welcome to day 82. Today I want to talk about indecision because I think that's what a lot of people are struggling with and something I've struggled with a lot, too, growing up. And the biggest moment of indecision I experienced and the biggest slap in the face I got from it was in my relationship. My first and last relationship so far. I hope it's not last forever. It's not gonna be. But what I meant to say is essentially, it was my first relationship. It ended 3 months ago. But honestly, like 9 months ago, I should have probably ended it, to be fair. It should have never started if I knew what I knew now. But, essentially, to give you the backstory, me and her, we were quite different fundamentally in terms of values and where we wanted to go with our future. So the split up was inevitable, right? However, it dragged on way longer than it should have, and it really fucked up my life. Like, it started, casual. We met on a skiing trip. We're from the same city, right? But we met on a organized school trip, and it was all this partying and whatever. We met, started dating essentially, got together around the summer, which was last summer at this point. Kind of had a normal teenager relationship, very, I don't know how to describe it. Obviously, I view it in a certain light after the fact, but it was a very shallow relationship from start to finish. Because, this is gonna sound really ugly again, and this is one of my biggest regrets in my life, but I didn't like who she truly was deep down. And she didn't like who I truly was deep down either. And we put on a face for each other and pretended to love the shallow part of each other for quite some time. And then we broke up the first time in February, second time in April, and then the third time, once and for all, in June of this year. So it was quite a drawn out thing, and the first two breakups weren't really breakups because we were still texting afterwards, right? And man, that was the first time I really was met with the consequences of my indecision. Because so many nights, so many times that I went to her house, I was thinking, okay, this is the time I'm gonna break up. Now, today, once and for all, I'm gonna cut it off once and for all. And then one thing leads to another. Wake up the next morning, we're still together, yada yada yada. And that happened so many times. And then eventually I was like, hey, I'm graduating in 2 weeks. Or was it 2 weeks? Something like that. But basically, when I was graduating, which was 3 months ago at this point, I was like, I haven't made this decision yet. I've known the answer to this question of whether we should break up or not for such a long time. I've pushed off this decision so much. If I don't break up with her before I graduate, what says that I'm gonna do it in 5 years' time? Why will I not just stumble into getting married with her and live an unfulfilling life and doom my children to divorce, everything like that? And I was like, hey, wait a minute. And I had already experienced the consequences of my indecision because, let me think here. Yeah. I was running my video editing business, right? And there was so many times that I really wanted to work on that, like do outreach, do some editing, get better, whatever. But I had to fight with her, or I didn't have to fight with her, but I chose to fight with her, and meet up with her, try to make amends, whatever. And I lost so much sleep, like so many nights just fighting on the phone. And then going to sleep late and getting 5 hours of sleep, going to school the next day. And the cycle continuing. And that was all because of I couldn't pick a decision, stick to it, and cut off all other choices. Because you haven't really made a decision if the other door is still open, I feel like. Like if you break up with someone and you still like text them every day, you haven't really broken up, right? And same is true for everything in life. Like, I don't know if this is the right advice for everyone, but I know for a fact that if I went to college, university, whatever you'd like to call it, I would never go all in on making money online. I would never accomplish that because I would always have that safety net of going to the university. And then if I was trying to do these two things at the same time, I probably wouldn't even be the best student in the university either. So I would be left with none. And it's the kind of thing where they say, if you chase two rabbits at once, you get none. So that's one of the biggest lessons I've learned so far in my life is if you don't take a decision, life is gonna make the decision for you and you're not gonna like the results. So go with your gut, act out of love, don't act out of fear. You probably know what is right and you've probably known it for a long time. Don't suppress it. Everything will be clear to you if you stop scrolling for a few days and let your mind actually work on the problem. And life is beautiful. Life is beautiful when you get out of it. I really wish I heard this when I was in that relationship, because obviously there's so many feelings and chemicals running through your brain at that time. But I really wish I heard someone tell me that it's okay to make a mistake. Because I wanted to get it right on the first try, right? You know, I really wanted to make it work, but it just really wasn't meant to be, and it's so clear in retrospect. And I wish someone just told me that, hey, it's okay to make a mistake. It's okay to have made a mistake. And it's okay to make the best decision you think you can right now. Even if it's right or wrong. Like, even if it would have been the wrong choice for me to break up with her in some parallel universe. Just the fact of being decisive rather than being indecisive would have probably been a lot more beneficial to my life. Because the truth is, now I'm talking a lot about relationships, so I'm gonna go with the same topic. Like, there's three choices, right? There's either you fully commit to the relationship, you fully commit to loving the person and investing time and energy into it, or you just cut it off completely. Or the third one is you kind of in the gray zone, kind of don't know if you're gonna marry them, don't really know what you want to do, kind of just meet them, sleep with them, kind of, I don't know, eat some food together and watch some Netflix together, consider breaking up with them sometimes, consider marrying them sometimes, but never really sure of any of them. And that's the worst place to be. Like, it's better to be in one of these two, irregardless. That's what I believe. Because here you're getting neither of the benefits of either one. Here you get a true great relationship, and here you get the possibility of a true great relationship. But here you're just stuck with mediocrity for eternity, and it's such a bad place to be. So bless yourself with realization that you decide which life is gonna be, and that your life is gonna get so much better if you just grab yourself by the balls, throw your phone away, stop scrolling for a week, let yourself think, take some walks, stop eating McDonald's, and make the decision of where you want to take your life. So now I'm starting to repeat myself, and that's when I know it's time to stop the video. So yeah, let me know what you think. Let me know what your situation of indecision has been in your life. I'm happy to read what you guys have gone through, because I'm genuinely interested, because for me it was my relationship, but I don't know what it could have been for you. And yeah, I love you, I believe in you, and as always, I'll see you tomorrow.